All right, gonna do a quick video on kind of my feelings about the G1. It's not going to go for very long because basically I'm pretty disappointed by how all this has been handled. I put in my order back in August and I just kind of let it sit. And naturally, there were some delays. And I'm sure it was like production related. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was among the first or second wave to go out outside of the review models that people have seen. So, needless to say, I was pretty excited to finally get my hands on them. I don't wear glasses, never have, and have a pretty decent eyesight overall, from what I understand. No sight issues. So, like, for me to go out of my way for a pair of glasses is it's kind of a bit. But I've been hearing good things, been reading and seeing good things. The packaging and the unboxing experience has it's pretty nice. Everything's right here. There's more stuff beneath here. The box is pretty simple, and but then we got to the setup process, which is basically starting with putting them on and following the instructions. And so I ordered a non-prescription zero power set because, like I said before, I don't have any issues with sight at all. I have no prescriptions. I am not a person who wears glasses. However, I put them on and I couldn't follow the instructions because they were terminally blurry. It was just ridiculous. You're not going to really be able to see it here because the camera is going to autofocus. But you see how I get closer and it's blurry? This isn't near where they would be. It would probably be closer to here. Like, you can see my fingers. You can't see anything beyond that. It's not a true representation of how your eyes respond to them. But either way, I couldn't see anything. I put them on and everything was just not visible. The little window area that you can see there, where you get the heads-up display, that was clear and fine, but everything around that was just absolutely blurry, completely devoid of any sort of. And I was starting to get a headache trying to make it through the setup process, because you also have to look at your phone through the glasses naturally, while also calibrating the heads up portions and all that, and it just wasn't possible. And so I contacted their support, and they are obviously, I believe, in China, so the turnaround time to support feels like it's 12 hours, or at least it's on like a 12-hour time difference. So basically you'll get your responses between like 12 and 1 and 12 and 2 in the morning or so. I'm on the West Coast, and the first response was basically like, "Are you sure you're not farsighted or nearsighted?" I was like, what? And then they're like, "Yeah, we checked with your order and the shipping, and we shipped a non-prescription set of glasses to you." And I'm like, okay. So like, here I am, second guessing my own eyesight, because like I can see fine. But you know what? Hell, I've never had an eye exam done, and sure enough, the rest of this message was like, "Yeah, maybe you should see an optometrist." and get your eyes checked. I was like, okay, this is the first response to me asking, like, why are my glasses blurry and did you send me the wrong kind? So I said, okay. And I spent the last week in the background trying to just like look into other things to do. I did try to go get and my eyes checked, but I was at Costco and they don't take my insurance, so I was like, okay, well I'll look for somewhere else. But in the meantime, I messaged back and I was just like, you know what, forget it. I would just like to return these. Let me just return them because I figured that me not having the time to like check my own eyes and like verify everything on my end would take so long that I would fall out of return window. So I got a reply, and the reply was like, "Hey, so here's some things to check," and it was basically stating like try to not have to go through a lengthy return process and everything. It gave me some instructions on like trying to find to see on whether or not you can kind of see it here. In fact, of like whether or not I did have a pair of glasses that had a power to them or a prescription, and one of them was, as you can kind of see in this instance here, was like, hey, try to find a reflection on a non-powered set of glasses, or non-prescription, I'm sorry, the images should basically overlap. And on a prescription model, you'll see two different images, which you can kind of see right now. And they're also like, oh yeah, and try to find a straight line of a lighting source, because the image should be straight. It shouldn't curve. And as you can see, the secondary image back there is curved. It's definitely curved. It's a slight curve, but it's definitely curved. And then the third bit was like, and also try to go to an optometrist. They can use a machine to measure the glasses just to make sure that they're all right. So I did that. I did that today. I went to an optometrist, and they were happy to help me out, and they connected them up to the machine, or I guess they kind of like run the lens over what looks to be like some kind of specialized camera. I'm unfamiliar with this, not a glasses wearer. And sure enough, the guy was like, yeah, so this is looking like he said it was like -5 or something, whatever. But he was like, yeah, I don't know how anyone would be able to see out of these. So yeah, Even Realities, my G1s that they sent me are absolutely just some random prescription. So no wonder I can't see out of them. So yeah, it's just I've had these things for I don't know, like a week and a half now. Was originally pretty excited about it, but like this kind of sucks. I can understand delays and such, but like between just the QA process on their end to be able to ship out something like that, and then me feeling gaslit on whether or not my eyes work properly, simply because I couldn't see through what was supposed to be a non-prescription set of lenses. So yeah. Sorry. So yeah, that's just been my experience so far. Hopefully I can get a replacement and I'll be able to go over them properly. But for right now, big thumbs down. This has just not been great.